Next is the data type. So integer, floating point, and string data type. Recall the data type concepts what you have studied earlier, right from first year uh, in C programming. Then in the second year you have studied about the Java, right? There is a data type in Java, string, right? Whereas in C and C++, string data type is not available. Where uh, if you want to simulate the behavior of string, then you are supposed to choose the character array in case of C as well as C++. But in case of Java, we have a data type called as string. What is string then? Set of character. Your name is called as whatever your name may be, right? Your college name. It is considered as a string, isn't it? Set of character, right? So you know what is data type? Yes or no? Right from day one, you are studying the same in your engineering. You are studying in one or the other semester, at least one or two subjects. You are coming across the term data type. So let us not waste time by discussing all the basic things and all. So here, with respect to Python, what are the data types available and how to declare them, how to use them and all, we are going to study. So integer example, some common data types used here. Integer, real number or floating point number, and strings are the commonly used data types here. So integers are nothing but the signed values. So minus or as well as plus, or you can just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be treated as plus 1, plus 2, and so on. If whenever you want to represent the negative integer, then you have to use the minus prefix, minus 2, minus 1, and so on. Then you have floating point numbers. So floating point numbers are like real values. Again, signed values are acceptable. Minus 1.5, minus 1.8, or whatever, or 0, 1. So 0 0.0 it is treated as 0.5, 1.5, and so on. And string, see representation of string. Triple A, hello, right? And then number followed by space followed by uh, character set 11 followed by space followed by CATS mentioned. Please remember it is there inside single quote. Strings are represented inside the single quote. Please remember. So Python programs can also have text value called as string or strs, pronounced as stirs. Stirs, okay, pronounced as stirs, but strs, string it is. So always surround your string in a single quote. As I said just now, string should be mentioned inside single quote here, not double quote. Please try to understand the syntax. You are studying the Python programming now. Please try to understand. And strings are to be mentioned inside single quote here. Okay. So here, if you miss the single quote, what will happen? Syntax error will come. Here the prompt given example, go through the given example, prompt on the command or command prompt on the editor, which is ready to accept the data or commands from you. So you have entered earlier, you have entered the expressions and all to see the expression, how does the interactive shell, Python shell work. So now we are entering the string hello world. So what we have done is we have opened the single quote before h, but after WRLD, that exclamatory marks, we are supposed to close it. It is open, but there is no termination for the string, so it will give you a syntax error. Syntax error, EOL while scanning string literal. It is the message displayed by the compiler. Okay, end of line while scanning string literal. So something is missing, it is saying. Okay. Next is about the string concatenation. Concatenation means what? Addition, right? And replication. Replication stands for copy. Concatenation stands for addition. So the meaning of an operator may change based on the data type of the values next to it. So for example, plus is the addition operator when it operates into integer or floating point value. However, plus is used for on to string value. It joins the string and performs the string concatenation. Please remember, In case of our C++ and all, we could not do this job, that is string concatenation with the help of a normal plus operator and all. We have done operator overloading concept. Just recall the things what we have learned earlier. But here, in case of Python, in case of Python, listen carefully. So this lets us to do the string concatenation with the help of a normal plus operator. What is that plus operator stands for? Plus operator stands for what? Plus operator stands for normally addition. Whenever you use plus operator with by considering two operands, left hand side and right hand side, say integer values or floating point value, it may be 10 and 20. So addition, it will be 10 plus 20, it will perform 10 plus 20, that is 30 is the produced answer that will be displayed over the screen, as you are aware of. But in case of string, whenever you have used plus operator in between two strings, then what it does here in Python, very very important, in Python it performs the string concatenation. So in case of Python, it is called as string concatenation operator. Okay, here is the example for that. Please go through. Alice and Bob. Alice, Alice is marked as a string. How to mark a statement as a string? You have to include or you have to enclose them within a single quote. In addition with, that is plus operator is used, followed by Bob is mentioned. So Alice plus Bob, Alice Bob is a single reproduced string will be displayed uh, at the next line. So immediately after the entering the command, that command is processed and necessary job is done. Please remember, compared to the other programming languages, this Python is very very simple, hence, and number of we can perform the task with less number of codes. That is what one of the advantage of the Python programming. We are discussing about the interactive shell. How does Python shell works, or how does the Python compiler work? To test them, we are trying to give certain expressions, and we are just analyzing the result, right? So this expression, this is also an expression evaluated as an expression which contains two string operand. Plus stands for string concatenation. So string concatenation is produced, done, and single string is produced. Very very simple. Easily you can understand. But if you try to, this is see this scenario. If you try to perform the evaluation of the string where 42 is not treated as string, if 42 is treated as a string, it could be done alias 42, it could be printed as alias 42, because 42 otherwise, no, how does it treat, how does the compiler treat? 42 will be treated by the compiler as normal integer. If you want to treat it as a string, then you have to use the single quote. You have to include 42 inside single quote. Observe the expression which I am highlighting. Is there any single quote enclosed for number 42? Obviously no, right? As per this. So Alice has got a single quote. I mean, it is marked as a string, but 42 is there as it is. So Alice plus Alice is different data type, 42 is different data type. It cannot perform the concatenation. You will be getting the error message. So type error, can only concatenate str. Str stands for string and not int to string. So string to string concatenation is possible, but string to integer concatenation is not possible. So you'll be getting an error message. Okay. So this is another important concept. So multiplication operator, asterisk operator multiplies two integer or floating point value, as you are aware of. But asterisk operator is used on one string value and one integer value. It becomes a string replication operator. Please, please make a note of it. String concatenation we have studied. String replication. Replication means what? Obtaining a duplicate copy or producing multiple copies, right? That is what string replication is. How to analyze the concept of string replication in Python? Very 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 important concept from the examination point of view. String concatenation and string replication. String concatenation and string replication, very very important topics there. String concatenation is easy. Use plus symbol in between two strings, it will give you what it will give? It will give the uh, concatenated string. But in case of string replication, what we are supposed to do, see, in case of string concatenation, if you give one string and one integer, you will end up with an error message. But in case of string replication, you can do that with the help of asterisk. So one string followed by asterisk symbol for multiplication, another integer value, you give that many number of times multiplication or replication, it is called as obtained. Please try to understand this statement. Alias is a string, it is marked as a string, is replicated for how many number of times? 5 times, because you are multiplying it with an integer, not addition. In case of addition, see, if you instead of plus, if you put instead of asterisk, if you put a plus, you could you would have get an error message. But so here what happens? Alias will be replicated for 5 times. That's it. Please try to understand. For addition, I mean for string concatenation, two strings should be there. String cannot be concatenated with an integer value, but string can be replicated by using integer value with the help of the multiplication or asterisk operator. So alias in multiplication with 5, which stands for string replication for 5 times, 1 2 3 4 5 times alias is mentioned as a single string. Check the output, you will understand. Please make a note of them. uh, Very important topics from the point of examination, as well as for these are comes under the basics, right? Well, next semester we'll be having a lab session for the same as well. So you have to learn this subject carefully. The subject is very interesting, guys. Okay. One more scenario is taken here. Alias in multiplication with Bob. What will happen? Earlier for concatenation, it is must that you have to use two strings. But for replication, if you use two strings, you will be end up you will end up with an error message. Replication, how many number of times? So number is must for replication. But if you try to uh, put asterisk between two strings, you will be end up with an error message. See, type error, can't multiply sequence by a non-integer type of string. So, and only the integers are allowed for application. If you give the real value like 5.0, see how the statement is mentioned in the command prompt. Expression is mentioned as alias in multiplication with 5.0. Earlier it was 5. 5 is an integer value, it is accepted. So 5 times string replication was done. But here this cannot be understood by the compiler. So 5.0, zero point zero and 0.1 and all such type of things cannot be understood. And it is not a correct version also. So 5.1 number of times or 5.5 times you replicate, that means what? It doesn't have sense, right? So you will end up with an error message. Type error, can't multiply the sequence by non-int type float once again. Okay. So next concept is storing the value in the variable. So you know the meaning of variable. What is variable? A variable is like a box in a computer's memory where you can store a single value. This is common. Say variable of type integer, float, double, char, such type of things you have studied, right? So whenever you are using, recall the C programming. Whenever you are uh, programming with the help of C, suppose addition of two numbers, you are supposed to declare the variable at the beginning, int a, b, and sum, right? A comma b comma sum. Sum is 0 initially, say a and b, and sum they are called as variables. So general meaning of variable is what? It's like a box. It's like a storage area in which in the computer memory where you can store a single value. So if you want to use the result of an evaluated expression later, you can save them inside the variable. Obviously, results can be stored, initial values can be stored in the variable and so on. So you are familiar with them, right? See how nicely they are illustrating this. Okay, 42. So very simple concept. Uh, First is the data type you are mentioning, then variable name in the other programming languages, followed by assignment, followed by value. For example, int a equal to 5. Such things you are familiar with. So here, uh, a variable with name spam, spam, spam itself is the name of the variable which holds a value 42. See, spam is looks like a box in the computer memory. That is what this is, just for your understanding purpose. Okay, which holds the value 42, right? The labeled location, a label can be anything. Here label or name of the variable is given as spam. So spam x 42 is like telling the program the variable spam now has an integer value 42 in it. Okay. So here is some example. For example, enter the following into interactive shell. So interactive shell of the compiler. Which one? Python compiler, mu compiler, as they said. The editor, open the editor, the command prompt will be displayed in that prompt. So in that command prompt you could see that three right arrow mark, that okay, which is nothing but where the location you are supposed to enter the data or expression or command as per your requirement. So what we are doing, we are just assigning in the first statement, we are assigning. Just write your program statement in the same location. Okay, but spam is 42. No need of mentioning the integer or int or double like other programming languages. It is understood. So 5 where 40 40 is of type integer, so it is understood by the compiler that you are assigning an integer value 40 to a variable. Name of the variable is marked as spam. Next is you are just accessing its content, just type spam. In the next line you will be getting the result, I mean the value associated with spam. So that is printed. Okay. Next, what you are doing, you are assigning one more variable. What is the name of the variable? X is the name of the, it can be anything. Okay, you can use a, b also, not an issue. Just for your just to create the interest in learning, they have used such things in, they have actually they have done it nicely. So they have used that box and all, they have purposely put the name spam and they have marked it as 42 where the box spam holds a value 42. Now they are creating one more variable, and name of the variable is what is the name of the variable? Name of the variable is x, and what is the integer value it holds? It holds integer value 2. In the next line what you are doing, you are adding two variables. See, a and a plus b have done, no, sum equal to a plus b have done, no, earlier. Similarly here spam plus x, two variables are added, then that's it, nothing else. Please try to understand, spam and egg is not an, it is not an string. If it is a string, it could have, it would be having single quote. Spam, if spam is mentioned inside single quote and eggs mentioned inside single quote, then it is treated as string concatenation, I mean plus is treated as string concatenation. Please try to understand, don't get confused. Just now, just before, we have considered the, we have considered the, what we have considered, string concatenation concept and string replication concepts we have considered. So in string concatenation what we have studied, we have studied string, two strings, in between there is an addition symbol, the plus symbol, which performs the string concatenation. That is what we have studied just now, right? But this spam and eggs are not strings. If they are strings, they would have single quote. Is there any single quote? Check carefully, there is no single quote. So spam is treated as an integer here because it is a variable, it holds an integer value. What is the value stored by spam? Integer value 40. And what is the value stored by x? Please, whenever you are storing integer, please remember, don't use single quote. X, similarly x holds 2. Please guys listen carefully and make a note of all these concepts since the subject is new. Spam plus x equal to 42 is the answer accessed. Okay, spam plus x plus spam, so 40 plus 2 plus 40, 82. Now what you are getting, spam is spam plus 2, so value of spam you print, you will be getting 42 obviously, because previous value is 40, you have added 2 for it, it is updated now. So these are all the results given by interactive shell python of python. Okay, same explanation is given here. Please go through carefully. I have already shared the link with you all. Otherwise, see here, hope it is visible clearly. Please pause the video for a while and make a note of it. Please make a note of it. Just now what I have explained, see expression 1, 2 and 3, what I have explained, which it is not a string, it is to be treated as integer and all, same explanation is given here. Please note it down. Now here, a variable, earlier a variable is used to hold an integer value. Now a variable is used to hold the string. Okay, single variable which can also hold the string. How? Say which one is the string here. Observe the expressions which is being displayed now carefully. Hello is a string, spam is not a string. Hello is a string for what? For what purpose? Why we have identified it as string? We have identified it as string because what is the reason? We have identified this as string because it is included inside single quote. So hello is a string assigned to location. What is the location name? Location name is spam. Then you access spam, you will be, obviously you will be getting the value associated with, what is the value? Hello. Earlier it was 40, now it is hello, right? Next time you are assigning goodbye, so spam is updated with a new value. What is the new value? Goodbye. If you access spam, you will get the updated value, that is goodbye. Once again it's explanation. See how nicely they are explaining. Okay, spam is a location. Earlier, for the first time, you have inserted hello to it. Only one value can be inserted. So next time, hello is removed, goodbye is inserted. See, very nicely they have explained using this diagram. Please try to understand. Very, very basic topic, simple concept. Easily you can go through. Okay. So how to give the variable names and all, the rules for writing the variables or identifier. It cannot be a number, as you are aware of. In C and C++ as well as Java, you have studied about the variable or identifier, how to label them. There are certain rules. It cannot start with a number. It can be alphanumeric. It can contain underscore. Right? Just recall them. Recollect the things what you have studied. Go through this table. Valid and invalid variables. See, current underscore balance is a valid variable name because underscore is acceptable. Current balance is, of course, account 4 is valid because why account 4 is valid? Alphanumeric it can be. It should start with the alphabet. That's it. Underscore 42 is valid because underscore is treated as a character. Total underscore sum, so capital letters are valid. Hello is valid. Then invalid variables are current hyphen balance. Hyphens are not accepted. Current balance space is, there is a space. Space is not acceptable for account. So number, it cannot start with the number. First letter should be always uh, an alphabet, so can't begin with a number. 42, of course it cannot be a number. Total sum, as instead of as dollar is used, special symbols are not allowed except underscore. Then hello for is marked as a string, which is also not allowed as a name of the identifier or variable. So please remember, as similar to other programming languages, here it is, this is also the case sensitive one. Variable names are case sensitive, so spam, spam in small capital letter and capital letter, they give different variable. Please write, please remember, similar to your other programming languages, it's also case sensitive, especially the variables and all. Okay, we'll see the first program. So far part of the program we have considered, along with considering the interactive shell on the command prompt. just you have to, we have entered the expression and we have tested the result, we have tested the output. Important topic here is about the concatenation of string, declaration of variable, and concatenation of string and replication of string. These are all the important topics. Okay, please go through them carefully. Pause the video for a while, make a note of them. I have already shared the link of these contents with the other group, so please go through them carefully. Again, I repeat, please make a note of them. Okay, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.